Hey everyone, it's Chase Wardian from Region Buzz 219. I know I'm not typically in front of the camera. Usually I'm running this show from behind the scenes, but today I'm here while Nick's out of town, and today we got a very special guest with us. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. My name's Danny Edwin, and I'm really excited to be here today. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. Tell us a little about yourself.
All right. So I've been playing guitar for about 15 years now.
Okay.
I started out kind of as like my dad told me, hey, you can't be a rock star, and that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, all right, bet. So I tried really hard, and I have a very, very short attention span, and that was kind of like one of the challenges throughout all of it. And I really kind of just picked it up, honestly, pretty quick. I grabbed the guitar and wrote a song like within the first couple weeks of actually playing guitar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was about 10 years old there. I mean, it was just something super basic, couple like, C, G,
Sure,
chords,
sure.
but something super cool. And, and my dad was like, all right, cool. And my parents kind of took it, they're more sporty, I'll be honest. It was more of a sporty thing in my family.
Oh,
but,
same here.
Yeah, so, and it's like, all right, music, hang on. There's so much, But no, I invested in that and kind of wrote throughout high school and saw some really cool, I had some great musicians as friends who helped me out along the way. And they're now in bands, Marina City and stuff. So
Cool,
they're
cool.
pretty great guys. And just watching them grow, I kind of learned off of them. And I was like, nope, that's what I want to do.
Right.
Which was cool. And then I kind of stopped playing in college, really. And up until about, I had some really, everybody had something go on during COVID. That's honestly where all my thing picked back up again.
Yeah, no, it's been rough for everyone.
Right. And I think like guitar sales are like through the roof and everything.
Right.
Everybody's like doing this now, which is great. And I was like, you know what? Now's the time. I was just like really, really unhappy, and I saw more free time. And I took a jump and I started actually performing. So which
nice.
was kind of the opposite of what everybody else did, because we were safe. We took the safety precautions and all that, but there were at Digby's down in West Lafayette, which is an awesome bar. They opened up a mic night,
Okay.
and so we went there as soon as the bars were open, and as soon as everybody was practicing safe measures, and we had all the tables and stuff, But we watched some really cool people there, and I was like, I want to do that, and I messaged the people that night after the open mic and said, hey, how can we do that? How can we make this happen? He goes, cool. So I got a message back from the bar, and I didn't know who I was talking to. And he's like, yeah, come in on Wednesday, and you get a 2-hour set. I was like, wait, hang on. So
You're just like, wait.
and then to prove my dad wrong, again, I said, oh, hang on, I got to do it. So,
Right.
so I had that still. I hold a grudge. So more out of a, now's the time to do it. Now I got to prove myself kind of thing. I went and I texted them. I was like, I don't think I have a 2-hour set, but I will play for as long as I can. And they're like, great, I'll give you, at first it was $50. And they're like, okay, well, I'll give you free dinner. I said, that's even cooler. I'm down with that. Hey, cool.
There you go, right?
I don't have to play 2 hours. Cool. First gig ever,
Right.
And first time I was writing songs and stuff. I just got left by like the girl of my dreams at that time too. So I had a lot of like, it was kind of a big jump at the time. A lot of emotional songs. Booked it out. I actually played 2.5 hours there.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Good for you.
I tell everybody, I'm like, take the jump. Honestly.
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's that. And from there, I actually met a whole bunch of friends, and that summer it just took off. I started playing it every single week, a couple gigs out there. I started recording myself at home, but then I got the opportunity to record with a friend out in Fort Knox Studios in Chicago.
Okay.
And then I got another opportunity, and I met with some songwriters, and I'm not sure if I'm like really, it's nothing too crazy, but I was able to meet up with some songwriters who were working for big people like Maroon 5, and they were working for Olivia Rodrigo. I mean, not at this point, but that's who he was working with now.
Sure.
So he was big name, and I was like, oh God, I can't believe I got put in contact with that. And he's like, come on over, I'm going to show you that. So I was able to kind of scope that realm out and look at the more serious side of songwriting and kind of really shape, what I wanted to do from there on. And it was like being serious there. So took the jump even harder then.
Oh, yeah, no, I was going to say, I've been playing for guitar for 11 years, I believe now. Just over 11, almost 12. And I was never a fan of playing out in public.
Right.
And the other night, well, I guess when this airs, it's almost going to be a month ago, but at our boss's, Nick Kazonis, he had his open mic at Regional. But it was his birthday celebration one. And I played a few songs there, and it felt really good.
Yeah.
I'll say it's been a long time since I had played for people, and so now I feel like I have to get right back into it, but figures with more work starting up, it's like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. It gets really hard when you
Right.
have another job. Absolutely. I think that's like a huge songwriter struggle, but to the feeling really good and coming from a sporty family, it's like playing a game instead of practicing.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's such a difference, like, and it's almost like you score a goal, you're king, king of the world, and that was kind of like, I hit that note, oh man, okay, cool, it was like, I scored, so it's that real adrenaline rush, and it's almost, I tell everybody, like, how do you do it? And I think there's even some really, really talented musicians, and my dad's honestly one of them. He won't go on stage, and we all try to push him, but there's so many talented musicians who just won't take that leap of faith in themselves, really.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so just like, once you get up there, you're almost a different person. I don't know if you felt the same way.
I did feel the same way, because
Right.
I always figured I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to do this, and then I get up there, and it felt different. Like, I don't know, I don't want to say like I wasn't in my own body,
Right.
because I don't want to get into the whole astral projection thing which we've gotten to on these episodes before. And man, it was a long conversation. But no, it was eye-opening for sure.
Right. It's almost like you can look out, and see, oh my God, is that me? And then you see the videos from your friends and other fam and stuff like that. And
you're just like, yeah, no, that's me.
right. And I think the time where it hit me, things were going great last year, and where it really, really, really sunk in was I was working at a sandwich shop at the time. And I was like, yeah, have a great day. And they're like, wait, I know you from somewhere. You play at Digby's. You're really good. I'm like, oh,
There you
and
go.
then I would walk down on the street and I get that. So I think that was also, you start seeing yourself in other people's eyes too, and you're like, okay, well, I can do this as a musician. And these people are like, oh, I'm excited to see you play again,
Right.
and you're almost, you have a job now,
Yeah.
and it's to like kind of, soothe that side of you too, because once you do it once, you're gonna want to do it twice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, but it's also to go out there and make your friends happy, and I want to say fans, because you get them pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
If you have that confidence.
Absolutely.
So, which is awesome.
Yeah. So, about your songwriting, you say obviously you wrote your first song a few weeks into playing guitar. What's your process like?
So, I have a completely different process than most people. I almost can picture what I want in my head.
Okay.
And I can't really explain it, and it sounds really goofy, but I already have almost full songs written in my head. I just start thinking them.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people are like, okay, well, I have to play this part, this part, this part. All in my head, I think I have, like I said, just a short attention span, and I piece together too many things all at once, and I have so many things going that it's almost, to me, the hardest part is tackling what I want to write out first.
Okay.
And it's almost taking a complete song and then breaking it down to what actually it is.
Gotcha.
Then the lyrics tend to come, it depends, honestly, on the song. Most of the time the lyrics will come second, or I'll have lyrics come to me on the side and I'll see what fits. But most of the time it's, I hear something in my head and I can get to playing it, and then I see all the songs that I've written, which that just kind of comes like while I'm driving, or
Sure.
which is awful. It's, you have to like sit there, either pull over, you have to like, I have to remember this and get it at a McDonald's drive-thru on a napkin.
Right, I was going to say on a napkin. Do you use your phone at all, like with the voice memos? Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
A
The
lot
voice
of people
memos are up. Yep. And it's cool now too. What great feature I didn't think I would love, but I do, is they kind of tell you where you recorded it.
Oh,
so
okay.
then I can be like, okay, there's that address. I was here when this, which is creepy, but yeah, I didn't
Right.
put that in. But
I
I
mean,
remember I was thinking this at this time when I was driving there. So
Oh,
like that,
honestly,
that's
they're tracking everything anyways. There's no getting around
yeah.
it.
If you have it in your pocket, you're already it's-
Yeah, that's it. Do you ever look at Google Timeline? Oh,
No, I don't think that just. No, I'm too paranoid.
yeah, no, it's weird. Like, oh yeah, I was here 5 years ago. Here's my route for the entire day. Like,
Wow.
thanks.
Yeah, no, they really go into that. It's
Yeah,
just-
no, I mean, that's just the world we live in at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of it when it comes to that, but
if they can find better routes, I mean, take it at that point. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I always hit traffic.
Yeah, right.
Can we
I was
do
gonna
a
say,
thing where I'm
show me the
right,
back roads.
if you have me down to a T at this point, why do I still hit every light and you don't have a reminder for me to leave at a perfect time? We're not utilizing this correctly.
Right. Well, because there's that, I guess there's an app that works in California or something, and it does that. Like, you put in your route, and it tells you exactly when to leave. And because most of the lights in California, I guess, are all time-based. They're not on the pressure. But the problem is they can't factor in the other drivers. The people that are going 5 miles under or 10 miles under or whatever it may be. But they're working towards it, but it's not as good as it could be.
Right. They're so certain about the uncertain.
Right. If Google worked on it, I'm sure we'd have it on the next year or two.
Oh, sure.
But
Man. Yeah, technology's definitely blowing past, too.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely with... I think... So I used to be in... You said that you worked behind the cameras and stuff like that. I used to do tech crew in school. And I was like, never... I wouldn't be on stage. I think I tried 1 time, 2 times. I was sitting on top of some desks and friends recorded me. I got really gutsy there.
Yeah.
That was the only time I was like, oh my God, everybody can hear me. And then... I was always at tech crew, always did stuff like that, and technology just blew past me. Now I don't have any other option. Like, I need somebody else to do the tech for me because I took a hiatus and now it's gone. Like,
yeah.
I thought I was super, like, technologically advanced, and now I'm not. That was scary.
No, that's how I felt, like, going through high school, because, like, I guess my senior year, I also took a theater production management class.
Oh, wow.
And so I learned the soundboard, the mixing board, and all that stuff. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow. And then right after high school, Nick brought me on to start this studio, or come in. He had started at another location, then we moved, and now we're here. But we were going through a lot of things, and he was like, you're going to be my tech guy. And I'm like, all right, I got to catch up then.
Right.
And so I had to do so much research, but like all the computers we have here, the very long HDMI cables that you see hanging over there for, we were doing live streams over COVID. And so, I don't know, it was a big process, especially with COVID, to try and make this work.
Right.
And I mean, even now coming out of COVID, like, we're still pushing for as many different things as we can, but there's so much new stuff with technology that it's hard to keep up.
It is, and we're lucky for it because we could go into another shutdown for all we know. And there's talks like that. So like, I mean, thankful that the technology is where it's at, but I wish there was just they made it a little bit easier. It's almost like you could do too much,
right?
And I feel like that's now all the bells and whistles have to have it. There's just no easy. Okay, here we go.
You
got it now.
You have to hit a few switches, and then you got to change this, and then maybe it'll work.
Right. I'm just recording voice memos off of Apple and then sending them over. I finally got, a Scarlett. Like, that's that's where I'll go.
Yeah.
And I'm using the most basic Reaper, the most basic recording software at home, because that's where I'm doing all my recording.
Okay.
And at the moment, because traveling was just too much.
Sure.
And, I just... I'm thankful for the technology, but I could not venture out any further from where I'm at, and I feel stuck sometimes. I'm like, oh God. We tried to put my internet. I just moved. My internet got delivered, and my girlfriend's sitting there. What's this? I have no idea anymore. I can't help you right now. I just really don't think I can help her in general. So I got out of that one. I had to go here today. Sorry.
Yeah,
you have to work on that.
This doesn't air till like September, so
right.
Hopefully that'll cool down by then.
I'm not worried. I think she knew what I was doing.
Right? Yeah. All right. So let's talk about this first song you're gonna play for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one I'm gonna go with is off of. I've got 3 projects going on right now.
Okay.
Which kind of goes into my short attention span. I didn't know what to do first. This one is going off of Coffee Houses and Mixtapes.
Okay.
And it is about just a wonderful girl. So, and she's pretty much the inspiration of a lot of my songs. So
cool.
And it's called "You're Not on My Mind."
All right.
found her, I was flying high. She was keeping low. She quickly caught me by the eyes. Didn't know what we were feeling, no. How could we not? Oh. There's not a moment that goes by you're not running through my mind. No, not a minute passes by that you're not on my mind. No, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. She told me clearly how to love her. She told me clearly why she'd go. And I tried to play it by the rules, but messing up is what I do. What I do, what I do, what I do. There's not a moment that goes by that you're not on my mind. No, not a minute passes by that you're not on my mind. No, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. And rumor has it he wore her love out. And truth be told, she did what she had to do. And why don't you clean your head down? I try my best to, I try my best to wait for. There's not a moment that goes by that you're not on my mind. No, not a minute passes by that you're not on my mind. No, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. No, not a minute passes by that you're not on my mind. No, there's not a minute that goes by that you're not on my mind.
All right, that was a wonderful tune. Thank you for playing that for us.
Yeah, thank you.
What are some of your inspirations as far as like musical artists, solo bands?
Yeah, okay. Mac Miller is
Okay.
definitely one of my favorite artists. I just think that his songwriting is just so artistic and it tells a story every time.
Oh, absolutely.
So heavy influence there. I know maybe not in that song, but I've got such a mix of styles, and he's definitely, in my writing, he's always been pretty prominent.
Sure.
I'd like to also say that I bring like an MGK vibe as well.
Okay.
And that's what I'm hoping to go for. I
Yeah,
guess,
no,
more along
absolutely.
that style.
Especially since Tickets to My Downfall came out last year.
Oh yeah,
right?
and that was awesome.
Oh yeah, no,
honestly.
that was a complete genre change, and I kind of saw it coming.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
He
over the
nailed it.
years after, because he had the "Swing Life Away" sample in his songs.
Yep.
And then the multiple times that I had seen him before that album came out, he was doing like "Bulls on Parade" live. He was doing he's doing some Blink songs live.
Oh yeah, he's teamed up
And-
with Travis Barker, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
just
no.
been like a whole just game changer.
Oh
right
yeah,
there,
no,
I
and then
feel
he
like.
did that The Dirt, the Motley Crue movie, and then right after that, because I saw him as that was coming out, right as why am I drawing Hotel Diablo?
Yeah,
Because I saw him at the Aragon for the Hotel Diablo tour.
that's awesome. He was definitely. I got onto him a little bit later, but like doing my research, because like I said, when I'm writing, I'm like really focused on trying to get those types of elements into the songs. Mainly, not so much to copycat, but just because it's so they're so artistic. I just
Right.
think and his I think his storytelling. I don't know, for the Tickets to My Downfall, I think the biggest thing I took from it was actually his music
Right.
video. Sorry,
Oh,
the
yeah.
music videos that went and told a story with it. Did you see any of those?
Yeah, because then they released the full, like it's like 40-something minutes, I think, right?
That whole, it was like a movie, and it just
Right.
like struck you in the heart.
Oh
And I
yeah,
just
no, it's like when Fall Out Boy did that for Save Rock and Roll, I think.
I totally missed it.
Oh yeah,
Which
no.
is awful.
They did a music video for every song on that album and then put them all together.
Yeah.
So that's another example of the storytelling throughout the music video. So I highly recommend that one because that's
Awesome.
really good.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I feel like the music video has almost gotten lost. You know?
Absolutely.
And I remember, I think that to me is really important because I remember waking up and it got me really into music, you know? And I mean, if I couldn't do songwriting, I would want to do like music video directing or something.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
It's just so, having that visual concept to further elaborate on what you're trying to like say, MGK's it brought me to tears. I don't care. It's gonna, whatever, hit me good. It was really, really great. And then I remember, 30 Seconds to Mars would do long ones too.
Okay.
They were weird, like they had the From Yesterday, and I mean, of course, it's Jared Leto's.
Like, I was going to say,
They're
yeah, it's
very-
Jared Leto, so it's going to be weird.
I hope he would take that as a compliment because I mean
Oh,
it.
yeah. Absolutely.
But
I mean,
yeah, I think that the main takeaway from some of those artists, Mac Miller didn't have he had some that were like that, but I think more from MGK, his visuals and his how hard he goes in some of them too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's unbelievable. He really and he drew in that punk rock with he just fused elements together, and I think that's kind of the hardest thing for me. I feel like my genre is very hard, and what I try to do with my music is very hard to explain. I can't tell you what genre it is because I do so many different things, and I feel like
Right.
he's almost the same way.
yeah, no, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love genres, but also I kind of hate it.
Yeah, because you're stuck.
Right, but it's also like I don't want to fall into something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I going to have a name for it? No, but it's my thing.
Right.
Like, you may classify it as pop punk, but they might classify it as punk rock or just standard rock, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
But, like, I want it to be my own thing. You can perceive it however you want to.
Yeah, and
But-
you can break more barriers that way. You know.
Absolutely.
And it's such a shame because they almost scare people away with some of the like you wouldn't find some artists in the way that they're categorized. I
No.
guess because at the start I really wouldn't have listened to MGK honestly at all because I thought he was more of a rapper. And then,
Oh, and he
know,
was. I mean, that's how he built up his
Yeah.
career 'cause with 3 albums. I've been a fan of him since the start, so.
I think at that point I was trying to listen to like Asking Alexandria and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to listen to it so bad, but I was listening to them.
No, fair. Oh, I'm all over the place with my music, so.
Which is great. Such
Mm-hmm.
a great thing to have. And I know there's some people who say, except country. Why? They have some great, if you're sitting on a lake Some Beach Somewhere is coming on. You know what I mean? I'm not, I guess there's some rock and roll songs I listen to, but
Yeah, I was gonna say there's I'll listen to country on the occasion, but I'll say there's none in my main playlist of over 1,000 songs. Actually, no, I lied. There might be a couple, but they're more of like country rock.
Yes.
It's not that like country, but I don't mind. I'll gladly listen to it.
Right. I think there's a time and place for a
Absolutely.
lot of people. And you know what? I was working at a sports bar recently too, and one of the managers like stuck on the country and hid the remote and stuck on country. And that was not the time and place because we were all just hot, angry, understaffed, and listening to country. And none of us were country people.
No. Yeah, no, there's a time and place.
Yeah, I tried desperately to change that. It was awful. I think one song came on, and it was it might have been by Sam Hunt, but I was like, or no, it was the one that Marshmello was on. I don't remember it, but oh God, I can't even remember it right now. But Marshmello was on the track, and I run out of the kitchen. I'm like, who found the remote? Who changed it finally? Because, I mean, you have to understand, it's been like weeks that we were just listening to this straight, and I was trying to change it. It was weeks. I was listening to it.
Oh my God, no.
It's bad. I mean, I'm sorry for the people who adore that, but that's not me. And all of us are sitting there grumpy.
Well, I mean, in general, especially in like a sports bar or something like that, you want the music to change a little bit. But when it's stuck on one thing, it's like, I could see that.
I was happy to hear, some weird sports going on. I mean, we would turn on like the volume for like tennis, which actually isn't like, I say weird sport, but like just like the most like bowling. And I did bowling too, but I would turn on the sound of bowling I'd rather listen to the pins go like, give me anything. Just don't give me country. not on end. Not on hours on end. No.
Oh my God. Oh no, that's great. Yeah, no, I was say because my genre, music listening, English words, all over the place. Because it's I listen to a little bit of Mac Miller, MGK, but I got like my heavier metal, like soft rock, early '80s. Like it is.
Oh yeah.
Out there. I mean, me and Ben in the back. It's been a few weeks, but we've been doing a podcast covering we'll just pick a random year from I think we started 66 and then going through the current year. And so we'll randomly pick a year in between there and then we just spend an hour and just bullshit about anything rock or metal that came out that year.
That is awesome.
So that's been a lot of fun. And then you were mentioning about your jam night, me and Nigel, or mainly Nigel, it's his project. I've been doing the filming for it. We have a new show, it's Jam Night. And we've been going out to open mics at different bars and stuff and recording some songs from there, interviewing everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
So after we're done here, we'll have to talk and see where you're playing and see if we can hit one of those.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do stuff like that.
It's got a lot of great artists and stuff. And it's such a good way to find and almost build artists up too. When
Absolutely.
They see that, the artists there, so that's awesome that you guys do that because I think the biggest thing is getting that. You don't see a lot of reward in this industry right away, and just taking the time to have somebody sit there and recognize your music and do something like this. It's so awesome. So thank you guys for doing it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like you got to work towards it. We that was the whole construct of this studio is to help every musician just build where they want to go because we know it takes time.
Oh yeah, you need a platform.
And we're hoping to be that platform for a lot of artists.
Awesome.
So
I think you nailed it so far. I think the scariest thing of when you make that break between being that bedroom artist, open mic artist, and then I want to be a real artist. I want to go out and start touring. And I think the biggest and scariest thing right there that starts becoming overwhelming is not only your CD releases, because you have all these songs. I've got well over 50, 60 songs circulating I can bust out for you right now. And it's just, I've got attention span very short. So, but I think, God, I lost track of where I was going with that. That's how bad my attention span is. But having a platform. The scariest thing. That's where I was. I was getting back to that. Is having just that overwhelming overload of what do I do next, and finding the EPKs and getting interviewed. That was like kind of one of the main 1, 2, 3 steps when I was like looking it up, and it was almost a blessing. I was just on Facebook and I saw, came across your guys' page, and I watched some of the stuff. I was like, that's really cool. What you guys are about is really cool, and it's a game changer. You really. I started to get ready, and I'm really excited, and it gets you excited about your own music, which only keeps you going longer. So having, don't be overwhelmed. Definitely find that way. There's always a way to do it, I guess, is more or less my point to that. Like, because it is very overwhelming. Like,
Absolutely.
I just started thinking about it, and I trailed off. I was like, there's so much I have to do. but this is one of them, and I think having a platform, any platform, is fantastic. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to you guys doing the jam night or picking that year and stuff like that. Do you guys do you ever have those games? Do you remember those car games? It's a little to that point where you guys are all bored and you're like I Spy or whatever, and you're playing that. Or there's one game that's like, okay, I'll say a word with A, then you're B, then you're C, and all that.
Right, like the car games,
right,
stuff like
the
that.
really cool ones. Like the way that my brain would work too, I would get really excited, and I wish I had a friend or someone who would do jam night with me. I'm really kind of just the solo. After I went away from high school, I didn't really meet a lot of musicians and stuff. My car game was like, okay, let's do mashups. Like, okay, so what does this song sound like, and what does this song sound like?
Right.
And I feel like other musicians would have been cool, but my friends were really just annoyed with that. They're like, "What? You're the only one who can do that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, and I, from that point, started doing mashups pretty easily.
Okay.
Which is, I've got one out on YouTube right now, and I worked pretty hard. I got 4 mashups together with Mac Miller, MGK, Post Malone, and A Part of Me by Neck Deep.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and I fit them all together, and that kind of came overnight too. But that's more of, I play games like that, and I guess you said something about I choose the year and do this. I'll try to choose I guess more or less. I've been trying to choose a year. I've been trying to choose early thousands. That's where I'm going with the mashups now. But having it, that's one of the cool games that we were doing.
Oh, very cool.
I don't know where that went off with, but you reminded me when I...
That's how the show goes, always. Yeah. Let's talk about this second song.
Cool. It's Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers.
Okay.
This kind of goes back to the games that we were playing. I'd be like, okay, I'd get really, really bored with songs, and I'd hear them over and over again. I'd be like, okay, now let's add this to it, and and that's how I'd also build up on songwriting, is listening to actual current. It's almost like a practice, and how I'd kind of get myself ready for building new songs and stuff like that is listening to current songs and seeing how I can tweak them to make them, I don't want to say better, but different.
Gotcha.
And adding my own twist to it. And those at my shows ended up becoming kind of popular.
Okay.
And because you always want to do covers and stuff like that when you're first coming out.
Sure.
And it's just so people can kind of get with you.
Yeah.
And start to, okay, they get this, and then you hit them with your originals and stuff.
Absolutely.
This was my gateway.
It's a nice blend.
Right. I was like, this is how do I figure out, okay, I'm going to do this right over here, because I had the hardest time remembering lyrics. So dead serious. The only reason why I do remix to covers is because I don't remember all the lyrics to songs that are already out there.
All right, well, very cool. Well, let's hear this one.
Cool. Yeah, this one is Don't Let Me Down, and it's with mine there. My little remix as well. So.
All right.
Crashing, hit a wall. Right now I need a miracle. Hurry up now, I need a miracle. Stranded, reaching out. I call your name, but you're not around. I say your name, but you're not around. I need you, I need you, I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling, I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. So don't let me down, don't let me down. stumbling around the street, hoping I get home safe and sound. Or maybe I don't, I'm feeling a little lost, so damn caught up in my thoughts, so distracted by sidetracks, I'm forgetting the plot. Don't wanna keep going back, just wanna get lost in this city, hoping when I turn this corner you'll be there, happy to see me, but you're not. No, I hadn't forgot, just trying to keep some hope alive. It's kinda hard when all my favorite spots got me feeling dead inside. Told me you love me, said you never leave me, now you're sitting on a couch next to him, easily deleted me. And all I ever asked of you was be straight up and true, and you went through to me time and time again that shit wasn't for you. And now I take a look at everyone I keep around. They're gonna do what you couldn't, no, they ain't gonna let me down. Running out of time, I really thought you were on my side. Now nobody's on my side. I need you, I need you, I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling, I hope that you'll be there when I need you the most. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Don't let me down, don't let me down.
All right. Well, that was a first for the show. That was very interesting. I actually really liked it.
Cool, thank you.
So, I'll say that very differentiates from the first song you did.
Yeah.
I was like, because right after the first song, I was like, yeah, inspirations. Then you said Mac Miller, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, where's that coming from?
Yeah, I was gonna say now now I see throughout the other songs where it's going. So
Yeah.
no, very.
They
cool.
only get differenter, more different.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
making it up, man.
We don't need English,
Nah.
proper English. No. That ain't fun.
But yeah, that's my other like project, I guess, is mashups. And I
No,
wouldn't
very cool.
say it's more of a project more than it's a practice of songwriting, because you know, almost like people warm up to music. That's how, like, if I'm just stumped, you know, writer's block. And I think that was the hardest thing too, is like, okay, well, how do you even get to that point? How do you create more if things aren't happening to you? Because I write, and I think a lot of writers can affiliate with this. Like, you write when something happens to you. That's such an easy thing to do. But being like objective and like feeling other people's feelings has always been a little bit harder and to write about.
Sure.
And like fitting that. But being a songwriter, you almost have to like, you have to.
Yeah.
Like, you have to. I mean, I guess you don't. There's a lot of successful artists who don't. But I think that's just such a great way. And I think, you know, just be careful with how you do it, you know, because obviously things can go bad. But, like, you know, creating those remixes and doing that stuff, which is what a lot of artists are doing right now, you know, and we've seen it kind of go down. And I think that's a really great way to almost recycle some music at the same time, like keep it fresh, you know, keep it more relevant, you know, because sometimes the danger of the radio is like hearing that song over and over and over again. I mean, that one in particular used to be like one of my favorites, and then it's just like beat to death.
Yeah,
and then you
no.
bring it back up, and it's like,
Absolutely,
whoa.
yeah.
So,
No, I mean, remixing is a huge thing. And then over the past couple years, I got really into like EDM and dubstep and stuff
yeah.
like that. And I just went to my first festival in Ohio called Reunion.
okay, cool.
And it was cool because there's a couple artists like Subtronics and Dirt Monkey that I've seen before. I saw them at a drive-in show a few months back. And it's cool because with that style of music, they just can change the song every time they play it.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's just so different. Like, it doesn't feel like the same song half the time.
No, it's like our version of like the symphony, I would think. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we go and we watch those bit. You know, it could be different. I don't know. Maybe symphonies weren't different, but that's how I would picture it. Like,
Yeah, no,
could be
it's
perfect every time.
completely different experience. But I mean, it's, I don't know. Music, I feel like shouldn't be. I mean, that's why people do covers, and I respect people that do covers. But I also love when people do their originals.
Oh yeah.
And I guess combining the two is just an amazing stepping stone going there, because that was really good. I really liked that
Thanks
one.
so much. Yeah, I think I love personally performing those because I don't tell people.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be like, oh, this is a cover / remix. And then they look at me, and I'm on stage like, this is a remix. And they're like, okay, okay, do you think, kid? And my favorite thing is I pick one person out that I know is probably not going to like my music. You know, I look in the crowd, I'm like, and that's which is horrible. You know, you're not supposed to judge books by their cover, but, you know, you can probably gauge somebody's music style, right?
Sure.
So I remember one time I was at Digby's, and I saw this guy, and I'm like, oh, he's the one. I'm going to do it. And it's just this big, mean-looking, cool guy. But I was like, this is the guy. I'm going to do. I want you to listen to me. And it's kind of hard to, you know, it's just like my goal, my mini goal, like a side quest. And I choose my songs. I never have a set list when I go on, ever.
Okay.
Which kind of helps me not be stressed out. I just know I have a circulating list. And I'll gauge what my crowd looks like, go and I'll take a look. And at this point, I was like, which one can I do? And he was with his girl. It's just a big old guy. And he's looking mean over there in that corner. Him and his girl are like, you know, slunched over, hanging out, not making eye contact with the stage. And I have another one, another remix like that, to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, the Cranberry Juice song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was writing that song before that remix, or before he did his thing. And
Right,
I'm like,
before
oh, it got
that blew
popular. You know, it was cool. It came out at the same time around. But I looked at this guy, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I started busting out to my remix part, and his head whipped, and he left his, not left his girl, but I was like, yes! You know, you know, my first song didn't do it, because, you know, I often play like a softer song first. Like, okay, like, you know, you're going to like get in, get comfortable. Okay, you're going to be, I can sing it, you know, and then I'm going to go crazy. And then I'm going to like get in a little bit harder with some of the stuff, or at least that's what I like to do. But he got me after the show. Like, I played a couple more songs after that. I actually got an encore that time, which is cool. Not encore, but they're like, one more. I was like told 3, and then I got to do 4. And I did another mashup just like that, just so I can do it, because they're fun. And after the show, he like looks at me and goes, yo, Linkin Park. It was awesome. I was like, yeah, okay, well, I got the nickname. Like, what's up, man? So that was awesome, man. You come here more often? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to come here. And it was really funny, because, like, I could tell he was totally interested in his girl, you know, and who wouldn't be, you know, and I just got his attention. I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's when you know you've got some decent music.
Right, I was going to say that you just, like, you see someone they're not interested in, and all of a sudden you just pull them in, and then they're like, oh, shit.
And he just nodded me over, and I was like, oh, yeah. And he goes, hey, Linkin Park. Play here more often. He asked. He wanted to buy me a drink too, and I'm very tiny, so I was driving at that time, so I was like, no, one drink does it. And really 2, I'm on the floor, and you know, I don't mess around there.
Fair enough. I say know your limits.
That's
a big
getting on
thing.
stage is like, you know, I have a hard time with my words already, so I'm scared to do it when I'm on stage. But like, yeah, all right, here we are. Maybe it'll be great. I'm sure it'll be a show. Is it one I want
to
be a part of? I'm not sure.
So what's this last one you're going to do for us?
Well, this last one I was actually able to put up on Spotify right now. So
okay, very cool.
I'm playing the acoustic version of it.
Okay.
And it's called You're a Pro. And this one is going to be off of, so my first song was off of the Coffee and Mixtapes, and then the second one is my mashup projects. This one is called, it's probably my most favorite project ever.
Okay.
And it's very, actually, when I first talked to you guys about possibly coming on the show, where I was at, it was completely different where I'm at now. So my Pretty and Bipolar EP is going to be coming out soon.
Okay.
And I've been working on it for a long time, and I think I love it, and it's a song just about like having. It's a bunch of songs about kind of being in a relationship and not being in your best mental state, and I was kind of in one of those. I've learned over the past. As I'm sure a lot of people do, like, you know, I wasn't handling things. I had a lot of stressful things. I had my life completely 180 flipped. I felt like I lost everybody, which, you know, boo-hoo, so everybody's got one. But I did not know what to do. And I realized that a lot of it was my mentality and how I handled my mental struggles and stuff like that. And I was also in a relationship that I cared very much about, and I lost her a couple times throughout that. And so she's pretty. It's like Beauty and the Beast. She's pretty and bipolar. But I don't mean it in any harm. And it's this one is called You're a Pro. Now, in our relationship, there was a lot of ups and downs on both ends. So it's just really this whole album kind of encompasses like how much you can love somebody and when you're trying to change, but also to focus on you as a person. But it also tells the story of what happened between us. So it's a real life story.
Gotcha.
And this is gonna be the first song on the album when she left and I was angry, you know. But obviously there's two sides to every story. And so this one's called You're a Pro. When I agreed to come on the show, we were not together.
Okay.
We were on our split, and I didn't know how it would kind of turn out. And we're with each other now. Things are never could be better, you know. And during our 3 years, we've pretty much been in contact the entire time. You know, she's been it. She's been the one, you know. I feel kind of guilty playing this song because it's definitely like, this is when you leave, but always, you know, stick with the songs that you write kind of thing. So this one's about that, you know, keeping your head up, I guess, when somebody leaves.
Okay.
I guess that's where I'm at. It shows, it's kind of my story of where I was at mentally at the time of all of this going down.
Gotcha.
So this one's called You're a Pro.
On the door, can't take this anymore. There's gotta be something more. There's fighting and there's screaming, and you constantly thinking that I am up to no good. How I'm always seeming to fuck with shit under the hood. It's like aloe vera on a sunburn. I know that I am not cured, but I'm feeling just a little less stirred. It's like 2 seconds away from being A-okay, and then you walk through them doors and take it all away. And if you gotta go, baby, you make leaving look easy, yeah, you take it, bro. If you wanna know, baby, call me up anytime, and sadly I would show. If you gotta go, you make leaving look easy, yeah, you take it, bro. If you wanna know, call me up anytime, and I will show. Doing fine, even though I sit here and think about you all the time. Yeah, this isn't the hardest hill that I've had to climb, and I still miss you, and yeah, that's an issue. But I'm learning how to breathe again on my own, and that's a switch too. Here's some advice that'll leave for you, cause going forward I bet you'll need it too. Don't go starting off with yeah, I love yous unless you're ready for it's all over too. If you gotta go, baby, you make leaving look easy, yeah, you take it, bro. If you wanna know, call me up anytime, and sadly I would show. If you gotta go, you make leaving look easy, yeah, you take it, bro. If you wanna know, call me up anytime, and sadly I would show. Sadly, I would show, yeah. Sadly, I would show.
Very cool, very cool. Where can people find you?
So, I am on Spotify, and iTunes, and all those popular channels right there.
Yeah, streaming platforms.
Yeah, platforms. You can find me on Spotify, or I'm sorry, I just said that, SoundCloud.
Okay.
Now that one, you have to really try to listen to someone on SoundCloud, so I do have a lot more up there, so you really, you know, if you do end up liking my stuff, you'll find some more goodies, and I've got some that are straight from the recording, straight from the phone, straight onto it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you'll see more storytelling on there, and I also have 2 songs on YouTube, or 3 videos on YouTube at the moment, and one of them is that mashup I was speaking about earlier.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Social medias?
Yeah, I do have an Instagram where I post almost daily some new clips, new songwriting every single day, and that's Danny Boy Edwin.
Okay.
Danny Boy Edwin Music. So pretty much exactly how you would spell it, or you would
Gotcha.
think it'd be spelled. It'd be there. I do have a Facebook where I'm trying to get it revamped and re-upped because I kind of had a spelling issue, and then you have to fix it, and then you got to wait a little bit to fix it if you've already fixed it once or twice, and I just didn't get that one going. So, I mean, the best platform, honestly, right now is my Instagram page. You'll get a lot there. My show dates. You're going to find, like I said, new clips of videos, much more songs, pretty much a daily posting there.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, it was a pleasure to have you on, finally meeting you, because we talked... Well, we got the email, a couple months ago
Yeah,
now?
it's definitely been some time. It's been a summer.
Yeah, it's been a summer. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, thank
But
you for
it
the
was
opportunity.
Absolutely, and I'll be definitely waiting for all these projects to come out because they've all sounded great, and I hope everyone watching is also going to be watching out for those, and if anyone's in the... You said West Lafayette, right?
Yeah, West Lafayette, Indiana. I also do shows out in Downers Grove sometimes. So I'm out and about. I'm looking actually to get out in the region here soon because my family's up here. So
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I know you guys got some stuff.
I'll
so.
say, yeah, we'll have to talk after this. We got plenty of things that you can come around to that we are a part of. So
Cool.
Definitely get you out here. But that's it for this week's episode of Songwriter Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout for new episodes coming out soon, as well as our new show, It's Jam Night, that is going to be airing every other week, just like this show. I believe if this is going up, first week of September, I think our first episode, or our second episode will be out, and that'll be at Beer Geek. So we'll have Regional and Beer Geeks episode out. So be sure to check those out and future installments. Thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, and we will see you in the future. Have a good one.